The Unbroken. Chidinma, a beautiful young lady that did her youth service somewhere in Niger State, Nigeria. She was full of hopes and dreams, big dreams for that matter. She believed that life after service would be beautiful, that doors would open, laughters would be in her mouth, that all her struggles would be behind her. After her youth service, 6 months passed, then 7, no job came. She sent out CVs, she prayed, she fasted, she cried into her pillows at night, whispering to God to remember her. Then one day, just like that, a miracle came. She got a job. Her boss was a man people called pastor, a man of God, a respected man, a married man, a man of status. Chidinma, innocent and hardworking, believed him to be a good man. For a while, everything seemed fine. They lived along the same expressway, different turns, but the same routes. Most evenings, after close of work, her boss, the pastor, would give her a lift before diverting to his own side of the road. Then one day, while going home with her boss, he asked her a question that shocked her spirit. "Can you date your boss?" he asked. Chidinma looked at him confused. She said no, quietly but firmly. He asked her again why. She told him the truth. "Because it's not right, sir. You are my boss and you are a married man." The man chuckled as if amused. "There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's normal. Think about it," he said. "I would give you time." There was nothing to think about, she said in her mind. From that day on, he would always ask Chidinma for feedback. And when he does, Chidinma would be like, "Please, sir, see me as your daughter. Even if you think you can't give birth to me, see me as your younger sister. I can't date you. Think of what you will gain. Think of all the benefits. I would give you more time," he said. Chidinma's refusal to dating her boss, the pastor, brought anger. Everything changed. The warm greeting in the office turned cold. The smiles disappeared. Her workload increased. Her errors were magnified. And when the 3 months probation ended, the promise of a salary increase was left unfulfilled. She waited for the increment they promised her, but it never came. She went to the boss, gently reminded him. He smiled, a dry, dismissive smile. "We will look into it," he said. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still counting. Yet nothing was done. Chidinma was earning peanut crumbs, and nearly all of it disappeared in transport fare. Some days she returned home with empty pocket. Some days she had to skip meals just to survive. She pleaded respectfully, desperately, with tears on her eyes. Yet nothing was done. He would throw bundles of money around the office, dashing it to other staff as though it were nothing, laughing loudly, boasting about his wealth, and making mockery of Chidinma indirectly. And Chidinma would watch with a heart sinking. Many of the women he favored in that office were victims of his lust. He had touched almost all of them, one by one, like a sickness spreading quietly. But that was not why she said no. Chidinma had made a promise to herself that she would never date a married man, and she would never mix love with labor, especially under the same roof and under the same power. Chidinma stayed put, even as the storm rose against her, even as her boss, the so-called pastor, did everything to frustrate her, to break her will, to chase her out without saying the word, "You're fired." She stayed. She told herself, "If they want me to go, let them fire me. If not, I would not leave just because I refused to sleep with a married man." And so she stayed. The boss, angry that his efforts to frustrate Chidinma wasn't getting to her, joined hand with another, a fellow pastor, a man who worked both in the church and in the office with him. Together they made her days bitter. They gave her impossible tasks, insulted her, ignored her efforts, mocked her behind closed doors. But Chidinma stood tall. She endured. Then one day, another boss in the office, the third one, not as powerful as the general boss, but still respected, noticed the injustice. He saw the coldness in the air towards Chidinma, the whispering, the way her shoulders carried a quiet sorrow. So he called her aside. "Why are they treating you this way?" he asked gently. "Did something happen?" Chidinma hesitated. She wanted to speak. She wanted to cry. But she had to keep this battle private. He pressed again. "Did someone ask you out?" She shook her head. "No, sir. It's nothing." She did not want to expose the big boss. She did not want to create more enemies. But the truth lived in her eyes, and the third boss saw it, even though she did not say it. Eventually, the pressure grew too much. The bosses, angry that she would not bend, without wasting more time, decided to fire her. No warning, just cold words and a slammed door. And Chidinma left. She walked out with her head high, but her heart was heavy. She was punished, not for doing wrong, but for standing for what was right. Fate has a strange way of watching. To be continued. Hold on for part 2. The Unbroken is a tale with charity. Stay tuned.